sensations of your body as you sit, and the feeling of air entering and leaving your lungs.
In all this vastness, there is no hint that help will come from elsewhere to save us from ourselves.
So I wanted to sit down and talk about my experiences with meditation and why you should meditate as well. So if someone would have told me to meditate 1 year ago, I would have neglected their opinion and said, fuck off, I don't need your advice, and probably would have not meditated at all. But it wasn't until I discovered a YouTube channel called Mo Samuels when I properly got introduced to meditation and why people meditate. Because before that I thought it was only a thing which like those high performers and CEOs do to maintain their career and stuff, but it turns out anyone can and should do it. And so I gave it a try. At first I was like really inconsistent with it and didn't take it seriously enough to actually see progress in it. First I meditated with Spotify. You can just search for playlists there and then like lists of binaural beats and different music comes up which you can meditate to. But what actually is meditation? From what I know, meditation is the process of being or trying to be more focused. The main reason I gave it a try was the idea of being more focused from meditating, because the whole idea of meditating is you focus on your breath while having your eyes closed and try to focus on the breath all the time. And you won't be able to do this, especially in the start, because your mind will drift and you will think about all sorts of stuff, and you will think all sorts of stuff. But as soon as you notice that you are getting distracted and you focus back on the breath, that's what you want to achieve. The process of noticing, oh shit, I have been distracted by something, thoughts especially, or sounds around you. You want this to happen. You want to have the moment where you notice, I lost focus, I am distracted, I have to focus back on my breath. That's the whole idea of meditation, and through repeating this process and doing it over longer periods of times, you will improve in being more focused in that way, if it makes sense. You will develop a skill where you notice that you have to focus at the task at hand, basically. Or that's what I've learned from it. And I certainly have felt a difference from when I started meditating than from the very start. From the start of meditation to now, I certainly have felt a difference. And now you're asking, well, how do I meditate? And I don't find time to meditate. It's all about priorities, and I personally like to meditate in the morning, just after I wake up. But then I sometimes made the mistake that I thought like, oh, 15 minutes of meditation in the morning, it's a possibility, it's like another opportunity for me to have a few minutes to close my eyes and properly wake up. But that's not what it's meant for, actually. Try to focus on the breath while meditating all the time. And that's how you are going to increase your focus. And I use the app Medito for meditation. That's what it looks like. I don't know if you can see it. It's probably not focused. But there you can track, it's not an advertisement, but there you can track your sessions, how many sessions you've listened to, how to meditate in the first place and what's important, all this stuff. I like to use this app. I use the daily meditation where it's like guided and you get shown through, just hear a voice which guides you through those 15 minutes. I do 15 minutes of meditation every morning, and this just helps you to stay focused or try to remain focused on your breath. I probably have repeated myself 1,000 times now, but that's basically it. Now you're asking yourself, how do I meditate? No, you're probably not, because you don't want to. However, if you want to meditate, or you want to get into meditation, it is important to not start off with 20-minute sessions in the morning at 5 AM, so because you have to sort of progressively overload your sessions and increase the amount of time you meditate. So I started off with 5 minutes, I think, and then went to, what's it? You can do 3, 5, 10, start with 1 minute actually. Pause the video now, close your eyes and focus on the breath. Try to meditate for a minute and then watch the rest of the video. No, I'm chatting shit here now. Important thing is to close your eyes and focus on the breath all the time, and try to do that regularly. For me, I struggle with the consistency of this habit, especially in the beginning, because I started off wanting to meditate for longer than I could have back then, and then it was like not a sustainable habit for me, which led to inconsistency over the time. So then I came across another video from Hamza, the legend, and he talked about this app Medito, which is the one I showed you before, and he showed me the app Medito, and that's where it all like took off really, or where I was able to make it a consistent habit, and that's why I recommend you use it. It's a good way to start, it's a nice way to get into it, and that's it for meditation from me. I hope you enjoyed it, and leave a like if you liked it, subscribe, and peace.